Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void for your Sunday from LOTV.spawningtool.com. We've got herO and Clem on a Mothership. Love this map, man. Top right, it's going to be Clem, WCS Champion 2023. And the top left, we've got herO. No, 2024 Clem. herO is a GSL champion. Let's see who's going to come out on top here. It is going to be our guy, Korea's herO against Clem from France. Now, what build order are we going to go here today? I think it's just going to be a gate expand, which is good for every single matchup. Whoever came up with it should receive an honorary lifetime membership to the StarCraft 2 Hall of Fame, man. Because Protoss are using it in every single matchup. You can go ahead and go macro. You can go aggressive with it. It's just nothing it can't do, right? Unless you want a cannon rush, because there's a gate first here, but, you know, other than that, it is so dang versatile here. So gate expand timing here looks like it's going to be a Reaper here from Clem and an expansion here on this 3-player map. I've not seen anybody spawn down here yet, but it is a 3-player map. The other one that I cast did have people in these spawn locations. But one day, we will cast a game on the 6 o'clock right here with a person on it. So let's go ahead and see what splash damage herO wants to have here today. I'm going to say he's going to start with Colossus, maybe get 3 Colossus into Disruptors. Oh, maybe Storm. I think Colossus into Storm here, and I don't know, maybe it's going to see, maybe we're going to see Storm first. That would be interesting here in this PvT. It's going to be Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and some Widow Mines, I think, to soften up the Zealots that are surely in the future here. So expanding, oh, never mind, Cybercore before expanding. Here is herO. Okay, just being a little bit safer here today. He knows Clem's Reaper control is good, but he did not make a Reaper. He made a Marine. Interesting. Got a factory coming in. We're expanding. No 2 racks opening here from Clem. He is going into drops, maybe Widow Mine drops. I think it is. It's going to be a Widow Mine drop opening here from our guy, Clem. herO knows how to handle this. He's getting Stalkers. Stalkers are good against both Widow Mines and the transportation medevacs. So that's how you shut it down if you're having a problem with it here on StarCraft 2 Protoss players. So, second gas, ka-chunk. Second base, not quite ka-chunk yet, but yes, happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you're having a good one. This is Falcon Paladin. You probably know that. I've been casting StarCraft 2 since 2015. The view counts are low these days, but man, I still love StarCraft. I hope it has a future in the esports scene because that's why I like it. That's why I like it, man. I like playing it. I love the esports scene in StarCraft 2. And here we go. Stargate warping in. Ah, Phoenix are a good answer to Widow Mine drops. Got a Cyclone here. Maybe it's not going to be. This is the defensive Cyclone. Oh, and into a tank. Never mind. No Widow Mine drops here from Clem. Excuse my prediction. That was wrong. Yeah, Phoenix. Phoenix, again, good for scouting. Good for lifting. Especially lifting Widow Mine so they can be sniped before they can go ahead and kill more of your probes. Got a barracks. Barracks. We've got a tank. This is a defensive play here from Clem. I think he's anticipating a lot of Stalkers in a couple of minutes here, and I think he's wrong. Second gate warping in now. Continuing to make Phoenix here. No Adepts. It's not going to be a Phoenix Adept play. This is not 2015. Back in the early days of LOTV, when it was released, man, Adepts plus Phoenix were unbeatable by Terran. Adepts 2-shot Marines. Phoenix could lift tanks as they do now, and Phoenix Adept openings were so successful and so powerful that they nerfed Adepts in the first couple of weeks after LOTV had launched. I remember those days. Those were good days. I was casting StarCraft. I wasn't as good as I am now, but I was getting more views than I am now, interestingly enough. We've got ourselves, there we go, upgrades galore here. Combat, Stim. We've got a +1 attack for the Marines and the Marauders and the Ghosts, if there are any Ghosts. Third Nexus down the left side from herO, out expanding the Terran player as they need to do because of those pesky mules. Check it out, man. herO has an advantage now. when the mules show up. Ooh, those are the red parts of this graph. So, Phoenix, Scout, harassing. 1 SCV down, 2 SCVs down. Ooh, almost killing a mule there and getting out of there. A lot of Marines inside the natural base. Got a couple SCV kills. That's very good. And still pumping, no. So how many Phoenix? 4 Phoenix. 4 Phoenix and then stopping Marine production here. We have a Forge on the way for upgrades. And 4 cannons. You got a good look at the composition here from Clem. He saw a lot of Marines. He saw a tank. We saw a Marauder. We saw a Cyclone. We did not see any medevacs. We did not see any Widow Mines here. So he knows. He knows it's not going to be a Widow Mine drop. At least not an early one. Starport on the way. A little bit of a later Widow Mine drop, I feel like, is, I don't know, not very effective. But maybe herO could make it work, but maybe not against somebody as good as Clem here, who again is a world champion. So do not underestimate Clem. Do not underestimate herO either, man. So again, I got this from lotv.spawningtool.com. You should check them out. Been talking about them for years. If you need a replay to check out, if you need a build order to look at too, you're like, oh, what's going on in the current meta of StarCraft? I'm really struggling in TVZ. What's a good build to do? What compositions do I want? Do I want something aggressive? Maybe. lotv.spawningtool.com has some good stuff for you. And that's lotv.spawningtool with a T on it. Not spawning pool. That's a different thing. I don't even know what that's a website. Phoenix getting out of there. Oh, Phoenix getting out of there. Medevac getting out of there too. Oh, losing one on the way out. Another one very injured at the same time. Doesn't want to stick around too much longer. And look, it is going to be a Templar Archives coming in from herO. Love it. Loving that. Loving you. Widow Mines, yes, excellent. Medevacs, yes, excellent. But probably not Widow Mine drop. 4th base down south. He just scouts that? No, he scanned the nat. He doesn't know about this base or this base yet. And he's got a proxy warp gate down here. What? Okay, we're sneaking a proxy warp gate down here. I'm telling you, 3-player maps are wonky, man. I'm so glad to see this back in StarCraft. Everything went 2-base for a while because we upped the worker count, and having 4 bases is a lot harder to play when you start with 12 workers because everything happens really fast, including cheese. But I don't know, apparently somebody felt like it's a good idea to get a 3-player map in here, and seems to be working fairly well. Is herO expanding again? Dude, herO has the money for it. He's at least throwing up a pylon to look for drops. But he's got charge lots, +1 attack. Psystorm finishing up here. Any High Templar in this group? No, but there is an Adept. 1 Adept in this group is kind of funny. Let's warp in a whole ton of charge lots. Holy smokes. He's got to go. He's going to, like, get some High Templar and maybe make some Storm before he goes for this attack. This is interesting. So 4th base, warping in. 3rd base by Clem is done and landed and providing that income. It's favoring herO right now, but as soon as mules come on to this base and this fully comes online, wow, a Zealot? A heavily Zealot. Oh, there's the High Templar. Okay, so 1 High Templar is here. He's going to toss a Storm down. Charge lots charging on everybody. Trying to split it out. High Templar has not tossed a Storm down yet. He tries to get on that group on the right side. And then another one on Marauders. Not the best use. These Zealots are kind of doing okay. They should be cleaned up at the same time, though. And Clem holds it. Clem holds the attack. It was dangerous. Reinforcements coming in here from herO. Maybe another Storm ready to go. Widow Mines. Bam! Firing on that 1 Zealot. That is beautiful targeting by herO, or at least micro there by herO to get that Zealot into a position where it would fire, but also get friendly fire splash damage at the same time. Their Storm is up. Falling back again. herO, resources lost at this point, 4,000 to 2,900. herO's lost more, but he has more bases. He can afford to lose it a little bit more. That's the nature of TVP, is Terran's going to be more cost efficient in this matchup, as well as Terran is against Zerg. Terran, good cost efficiency. Their units are ranged. Their units can be healed, right? It makes for some really nice stuff. Engaging in here again. He's going so heavy Zealot today. Pushing himself into a corner right now, just so these Zealots have to kind of bounce around on each other and not get a full surround on the Marauders. And Clem, good positioning again. The aggression on the Protoss today, not getting a lot of work done. Archon Blood, Sentry Blood. Stalker's a little bit more mobile than the other 2 units, and they might get away from here. They're getting chased, but they've got a Blink available. They do not actually have Blink available. That's in the production tab, folks. So no Blink available here. herO still not expanding out. Getting double Robo, maybe for a double Colossus here. You saw the Marauders, though. Do you want... Man, I would say Disruptors, but Disruptors don't one-shot Marauders anymore. So they're not quite as good an option. Starport, second starport, yep. On the way from Clem, got a Ghost Academy, a little bit of that EMP shenanigan, not a bad idea. So yep, Blink, War Prism, more High Templar, plus attack, herO again, so Zealot heavy today. Baits him into a storm, yeah, ooh, that hurt. That hurt. That's going to drain a lot of the energy off of these medevacs, but it is a lot of medevacs. And I think the energy count is not the biggest concern of the day right now. Wow, 5th base, 6 o'clock here from herO. Not quite down in the spawn location at the 6 o'clock, but fairly close to it. We'll call it like a 6:30 type of base, 6:24 base. Let's say that. 6:24 Robotics Bay. Warping in. I would say Colossus, but man, Marauders are good against Colossus. Vikings are good against Colossus. I think Clem got a pretty nice anti-Colossus tech here. You know what's not really good against a ton of Zealots, though, are Vikings or Marauders. Just eating it. The Storms are weaker, but they last longer now. So that's kind of interesting. Forces a lift-off on the 4th base of Clem. That's a big pickup by herO. Yeah, that's another good Storm there. All right, hold on a second. Oh, the blanketing Storms right now. Really zoning out the Terran, doing some damage to the Terran as well. It's not like it just tickles anymore. It does hurt. Especially those Ghosts and those Marines. A little bit lower on the HP count there. So it's 74 to 48 army supply. Clem has a bigger army, but the income looks like this right now. herO is skyrocketing in economic support for his units as Clem has to slowly re-land his 4th base. And the 5th base of herO is online with 87 workers from herO. herO. Protoss players everywhere right now are struggling against Terran. We'll see how herO does against Clem. A very heavy Zealot comp, at least for the first 11 to 12 minutes, with some Psy Storm seems to be the play here, honestly. It really does. Command Center retreating from this spot again. Maybe he'll expand somewhere else. Zealots try to scout it out. They do. Yeah, he just saw it. He just looked at it and then ran away with the Zealots. Yeah, Clem extra racks all over the place here. That double starport, reactor pumping out medevacs 2 at a time. Probably do more if he wanted. Psystorm. Oh, War Prism gets picked off by the Viking count, which hasn't had a lot to do. But now there are 2 Colossus, and now they have a lot to do. Excellent. Okay, what do we got, man? Charging in. EMP on the Colossus. Vikings not getting hits off. There you go. Getting hits off on the Colossus now. Chasing them away. Colossus down. Oh, Colossus is alive, but should be dead. Army value 104 to 90 in favor of herO as he warps in yet more Colossus. Well, can't warp those guys in unless you're in the campaign, which if you've never played the campaign for StarCraft 2, I really recommend it. It's very fun. They give you crazy stuff like the ability to warp in Colossus and things like Void Rays. Insane. For Terran, you get cool stuff like, for example, bunkers that auto-repair, turrets that auto-repair, pretty freaking fantastic. Turrets get free, or bunkers get free turrets on top of them, which is kind of neat too. Again, these are upgrades you can choose in the campaign, which I think makes it even more fun. If you haven't played it, I mean, give it a shot. It can't be that expensive now. Anyway, 124 to 110 army supply in favor of Clem. Opening up another attack path into this 3rd base. Such a weird split engagement here. Stalkers trying to keep the Vikings away from the Colossus. Colossus trying to get their beams of damage off here as well. What did I just press? The wrong button is what I pressed there. Yeah, let's get that camera swinging like I am casting for EWC. Okay, falling back, falling back. We have another storm available. We do. The EMPs are coming down hot and heavy as well. But dude, hero's expanding here. herO is out macroing Clem in a way I haven't seen in a PvT in a while. Stalkers and Marauders have an interesting relationship because Stalkers do bonus damage to Marauders and Marauders do bonus damage to Stalkers. Yeah, hero's just like, okay, I don't really have the supply to make workers for this base. If I make 20 workers for that base, I'll be at 100 plus workers, which is too many. My army will be too small, so I guess once other bases start to mine out, that's when I'll send my guys over there. Yeah, just poking, prodding. I don't think herO wants to kill Clem right here. maybe make some good trades, maybe lose everything here, and then remax out on 8 Zealots at a time. 2 Colossus at a time. That Colossus has 2 kills. I mean, they're not doing amazing here. It is a big army from Clem. It is fairly injured. A lot of yellows in there, an orange or 2. 110 to 46 army supply. Yo, yeah, herO needs to be producing heavily right now. I think if Clem knew how far ahead he was in army supply, he might just push in and try to end it. But he's taking herO very seriously, which you should, because he just warped in a ton of Zealots. He's back up to 62 army supply, which is still not great to 114, which is Clem is at right now. Income has been favoring herO largely over the last 5 minutes, but it is falling down a little bit. He needs to transfer some probes. Yeah, transfer some probes to this base, which he's doing, oversaturating. That's like a 6th base he's working on over there, expanding here too. The natural base of the 6 o'clock spawn is being held by herO. That's what kind of insane game this is today. And pajam. Landed command center. Building armor is on the way. What do we got? What do we got next? We've got a Zealot. He's going to take on this whole army. Oh, wait, never mind. That is not Zealot. That is not Zealot herO. That is not Phoenix. In his first incarnation, some of you guys only played StarCraft 2. You only know Phoenix from when he's a Dragoon. Or specifically, a robot Dragoon from the Purifier clan. But yeah, he was a Zealot first, man. Then he was a Dragoon. Then Kerrigan killed him. And then he came back in StarCraft 2 because he's just that cool. Phoenix is awesome. Everybody loves Phoenix. I don't know. I don't think herO's in any danger here. I don't. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases from Clem, but dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases for herO. Guardian Shield is popped. Once again, pressing the wrong button there. Poking in. Liberator sets up. Stalkers need to get the Liberator. And just focus. There you go. Right click on the lib. That's what we're here for. EMPs tossed down again. Viking count hefty. We're still making Colossus here, man. Oh, one Colossus does go down to the concentrated fire from the Stalkers. Well, from the Vikings. The Vikings are trying to get killed by the Stalkers on the way there. But yeah, herO, I think at this point, might as well take this base. And there he goes. So we've got this base available on the map, and these 2 bases are available on the map, and I guess this one too. So a lot of places on this map. It's a 3-player map. So there are a lot of places to expand, which makes macro games a little bit more viable than on 2-player maps. Not that some of these 2-player maps don't have 8 bases available to each player, because they totally do. Some of them do. So you can get macro games out there too. But yeah, when there are, 10 available bases kind of for you, it is not as hard to take those bases and just kind of play like this. This is what herO's doing. Expanding again, herO. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bases. 9, possibly 10 here. As Clem is going for his 7th. What a match. We usually don't get late game PvT here. Glad we were able to find one on lotv.spawningtools.com. 127 to 112 army supply in favor of Clem. Income has been favoring herO continually, but less than so before. Advanced ballistics on the way. Liberator. I'm not sure if it's necessary. I don't know if you need extra range here. They're good enough as is. Once again, storming that little choke you gotta walk through to engage here, but Marauder Ball is angry. Ready to come on in. Ghosts sniping a High Templar. Beautiful target there. Hard to target those little guys, man. Spellcasting. Uh-oh, Ghost dying. herO pushing further, forcing a cancel on an orbital upgrade on that command center that Clem was trying to build. I think he's trying to expand up there to the 11 o'clock. Colossus, not good against planetaries. Dude, this base is a planetary. Adding some immortals into this comp just to kind of puss planetaries, I think would be good. Also, they're pretty good against things like, well, everything here. I guess maybe not the great against the ghosts. Yeah, once again, can't kill that planetary with this comp. It's 2 few Stalkers and immortals. Look at how long it takes to kill a single refinery. That's insane. Colossus with Stalker support. 112 to 56 army supply. Clem! Viking micro here in conjunction with the snipes and everything else he's doing perfectly well. 12 kill Colossus, better than the one we looked at last time. I'm not sure that Clem even wants to replace these 10 SCVs he just lost. He's not using the money to make more SCVs. 126 to 54 army supply. The cost efficiency, actually, of herO today with his smaller army is kind of making it work is fairly impressive. Yeah, herO taking probes that are oversaturating other bases, like this one maybe, and putting them down on this base or sending them up to this base. You know. Nice EMP on those zealots, softening them up so much. Such a huge softening up. Man, I mean, herO could expand here, but he did block access to build a Nexus here with his own Warp Gate. Never, I'm sure, never considering that he would ever take this base, but by golly, he did. He's taking this one now. Did I not actually have this one in my equation? I don't think I did. There are so many places to expand here on a Mothership. I kind of love it for that. It's 3-player, and there are so many places to go. This is the most bases I've seen in a PvT in like 5 years, it feels like. Don't go up that ramp. Oh, goodness, no. Goodness, no. I don't know. Clem hasn't really moved out today. He hasn't killed a single base of herO's. I mean, herO forced a lift off on this base, but is back now. Not like it's a kill. Yeah, no Nexuses have died today. No command centers, orbitals, or planetaries have been popped today. And again, not making immortals is a big part of that. If you got 5 or 6 immortals, never mind. Hold that thought. EMP storms getting cast down everywhere. That is such a heavy Marauder ghost composition right now. With some Vikings, too, in case you're thinking about going Sky Toss. But, you know, I think herO could maybe eventually afford, considering how many bases he has. But look how shield damaged he is. Look at all of the Liberator circles getting tossed down right now. Zealots on top of everybody. Never say die. He cloaks the ghosts up, kills a ton of the Zealots there. 137 to 40 armies supplied, 30,000 to 50,000 resources lost. herO's lost so many more resources here at 22 minutes. Well, now what bases are actually left? Well, this one's taken by herO. This one is left, and this one is left. Uh-oh. Clem on the move out. Watch out for Clem on the move out. Yeah, this Nexus is going to die. Trying to kill as many probes as he can on the evac there. Gets 10 of them. A nice round number. Nexus down. herO down 140 to 84 supply. He's like, that's okay. I have this base. I have more Nexuses than I know what to do with the probes that I have right now. So don't worry about it, man. I don't know. I think Clem might pull this off. He's getting really nice EMPs. And unlike Storm, which is damage over time, and you can move out of it, if you catch an EMP, you just caught the EMP. Zealots still doing what they want to do here, man. Which is jump on top of things like Ghosts and Marauders and hack them with their side blades. Dude, 120 to 34 supply. Are you kidding me? In army value? herO has a better economy, but the army here is so much bigger for Clem. Yeah, more Liberators joining in. herO's been pushed back and back and back and back and back. This feels like a PvT from Brood War, where the Terrans spend a lot of time defending early, but then when he starts to move out, you know, he starts racking up base kills. Bam, that base is dead. Bam, this base is also dead. Does he want to recall these probes out of here? This is 32 probes. This is so many probes. You can't just let them all die, herO. He's just going to let them die. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, he's busy microing over here, I guess, using Mass Zealot Blinkstalker. Trying to take something out, but he's losing bases and not getting any requisite damage in return. What? Some of those probes made it out of there. That's insane. There were 30 probes there, and somehow only 20 died. Oh, they're still mining. herO. Come on, herO. No, I don't think this is happening, man. I think he stopped microing, and I think that usually means GG, and it is a GG Clem! Yeah, gets the win. Like I said, it is very much a PvT that I've seen many times in the StarCraft Brood War, where once the Terran gets on a roll, once they start moving out, once they have the upgrades on their units, once they're at 3-3 and in a, maxed out army value, it's kind of hard to stop it. Really hard to stop it. Psystorm just not quite good enough these days. They nerfed it. I don't know if they needed to do that, obviously. And yeah, EMP is consistently good. Clem was defending. He had attacks up here, attacks down here, attacks over here, but he never lost a single orbital command center or planetary today, which is dead impressive. Again, the Protoss could have made some immortals to help with that, but not really good enough at the end of the day. So, Jeez, dude. What a great game here for your Sunday. Crazy good 24-minute PvT. I haven't had one of these this long in what feels like months. So good to see a good PvT on the channel. Fantastic display of just compositional choices here. So heavy. Marauder, Ghost, Viking, Medevac. It's like, what do you do there? It's almost like you want to go Sky Toss once the Marauder count is that heavy, but there are Vikings and the ability to make more of them. EMP is pretty good against Sky Toss as well. Anything Toss is going to be good that way. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, the Disruptors are not good because they don't one-shot Marauders anyway. The Colossus were fine, but not amazing. Zealots, obviously, what herO decided to go to for a lot in this game. He lost 316 Zealots, which is a billion Zealots. That is so many. That is 600 supply. Wait, 600... 30 times. That's 1,200 resources worth of lings. This is a ZVT where the Zerg player lost 1,200 Zerglings, which we've seen. We've seen games like that before, right? And yeah, they had 3-3-2. They had charge. They had all their upgrades, but man, they melted. I'm not sure they got the value that herO was looking for. But what else do you do other way? So, I mean, oof. Man. Good stuff. Great stuff. So again, Terran, still problematic. We'll see what happens in the future of StarCraft here, but great display from Clem. No real surprise from this kid. We'll see more of him in the future for sure, and herO. But until next time, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.